1 2 1 2. What's good, everybody? This is your boy Tony O, the host with the most over here at your AMFM podcast. And today I come to you with a bit of a comparison review of one of the fragrances that I fell in love with very early on in my fragrance journey back in high school. And that particular fragrance is brought to us from the house of Calvin Klein. And that fragrance is Obsession. This fragrance was released in 1986. I didn't start wearing it until maybe like 89. But I remember first hearing about this either via a commercial or through this song by one of the great performers of our hip hop generation, Dougie Fresh. He came out with a song back in the mid to late 80s called Keep Rising to the Top. And he mentioned Obsession Cologne in that particular song. So I got to give him credit for even putting that on my radar. But this was something that I started wearing, I want to say maybe in my 11th grade year, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't wearing cologne prior to that. I was just wearing deodorant, you know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into this review. I'm not going to talk too much about the notes in this particular fragrance because it has over 21 notes in it. And I don't feel like mentioning all that because they all are not necessarily notes that you pick up on. You know what I'm saying? What I will speak on are the notes that you do kind of pick up on. And one of those notes is the cinnamon that's in the top. You pick that up along with the lavender and the lime. You would think that it also has bergamot in the top too. And you would think that with these citruses that it has in the top note that you would get that on the opening, but you don't. This fragrance overall is very much a Oriental. It's listed as a Oriental woody. Like I said, it has over 21 notes and it was released in 1986. And it's one of my favorite fragrances. I actually picked this up maybe about 2 months ago. I was just thinking about some of the fragrances that I did want to re-up on that I didn't have in my collection that I was thinking about. This is one, and Eternity was one. Japur was actually another one, which I found out after doing reviews on this that this smells very similar to Obsession, but Japur is considered a Oriental spicy. There's another fragrance that is very similar to it. Before I get ahead of myself, Japur was released in, I want to say it was 2008, which was about 12 years. No, actually 22 years after Obsession was released. And there was another fragrance that I picked up, which was a clone of a fragrance that came out in 2016 by the house of Mason Francis Kirchen, which is Grand Suave, but this is a clone of that particular fragrance, and this is Mason Ken's Roman. All three of these fragrances are very similar in note profile. This one, out of all three, is the sweetest of the three. In my opinion, this one is the spiciest of the three. And this one is just strictly just an Oriental. Well, they said it's an Oriental woody. So this probably has a little bit more of a woody type of nuance to it. You know what I mean? So depending on which one of those quirks you like in your particular fragrances, you can choose which one of those to pick up and still get the same type of scent profile within that. There's not too much that I want to say about these fragrances outside of the fact that I honestly believe that the other two were definitely inspired by the OG, which is the Obsession. I don't remember ever smelling anything prior to Obsession, like Obsession. But since I put my nose on that one, I guess I took a liking to it because I can't stay away from it. I have about 3 or 4 different fragrances that smell very similar to this without realizing that that's what I was doing. So I had to take a step back for a minute, like, okay, let me go back and really analyze these fragrances that I have to make sure I'm not buying a lot of the same shit, which I did in a lot of different fragrances. So this second part of my journey, now that I'm understanding more about notes and things like that, I can be very, very selective of what it is that I buy so that I don't end up buying things over and over or anything that smells very similar. These are very much fall, winter type fragrances, so I wouldn't suggest wearing them at this time of year unless you're in a area where the climate is a little bit cooler. You know what I'm saying? You could probably still get away with this. We're transitioning from winter into spring right now here in Vegas. So it's starting to get hot, you know what I'm saying? But I can sneak a day or two in with one of these, you know what I'm saying? Because we still get a couple of cold days up in there. But outside of that, man, the longevity on all three of these is ridiculous. You know, I'd say at least 8 to 10 hours. The sillage on it is just gonna it's gonna pump. You know what I'm saying? You'll have more than a scent bubble around you. These are not fragrances that you would wear to work, nor the gym. These are more date night type of fragrances, special situation type fragrances, galas, company functions, and things along that line. So if you're looking to wear this, those are the times that I would suggest that you put those on. Any other time, you might be doing a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, man, I'm not going to get too deep into this. I just want to get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's been a lot going on lately. My mother's in the process of transitioning out here to Vegas from the Bay, so I've been trying to help her find a house, which is one of the reasons I haven't really been uploading a lot of videos lately. I've been real busy outside of the house and outside of work. And my youngest baby girl is getting ready to graduate high school, so we're doing everything that we can to get her prepared for her next steps in life, you know what I'm saying? So I had to put these videos on the back burner for a minute and make sure everything was good because we're in that last month. Maybe I'll get caught up on these after the end of May. I'll get caught up on these videos and get back up to speed. There's quite a few fragrances that I have purchased since I've done my last video that I haven't done the reviews on, and I will be getting caught up on those and letting you guys know about those fragrances. But this time of year is more about the blue scents. So I'll probably have more blue scent reviews coming in the near future. But until then, man, it's all about the Orientals in my book, you know what I'm saying? And I will catch y'all when I get back. Oh yeah, for all of those who have still been rocking with me since day one, man, I appreciate y'all. I know it's very easy to hit that unsubscribe button, and you know, especially if I haven't been engaging with y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all for sticking around, and I hope to continue to have you guys as subscribers and viewers. And I'm one short of 50 subscribers, man. So if y'all could, man, do me a huge favor, share this on your social media pages, man. Let your folks, let your friends know about the page, the AMFM podcast with your boy Tony O. And man, I'm gonna get back on point with a lot of these videos and have a lot more to give y'all, you know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, man, I will catch y'all on the flip side. And until next time, peace.